All right, Happy New Year's. I know you guys missed the shirt. I brought it back. You guys have to let me know. Do you like the computer screen or do you like it? These are easier to shoot, honestly, for me. But it's New Year's. Futures are up. We saw that buying spree at close. What is going to happen here in the market? What do we have to look for? It's been somewhat quiet over the week and the weekend. You know, it's been the holidays, and also one thing I want to talk about: the government shutdown. It's still shut down, and that's part of some of the important stuff to look for. I believe we're hitting the second week now of a government shutdown, and now if it reaches, I think the longest all-time historical government shutdown was 21 days. So remember my video where I said if this is a long one, it could be a little crazy. I think I might even go to predict.org and bet. You could buy shares and bet on odds of it. I might do it. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to go over, I got the calendar here. We have a lot of stuff to go over here. Kind of coming in, you know, the markets I think really start next Monday, but we are actually going to get a treat here coming in Friday. There's a few key events I want to talk about, and even then, I was saying this on the live streams, telling you guys now, start thinking about it, start preparing, and recognize the opportunity. Earnings. Earnings is coming up. It's literally right around the corner. The market's taking a beating, and I think if there is going to be a pop, that's going to be the opportunity. But besides that, watch the video. The other videos talking about kind of oil, some of the stuff in Europe, China, but mainly I'm looking at oil. That seems to be the big thing here with the markets to see, you know, are we going to go down, higher, what? But essentially, let's talk the government shutdown real quick, because I have a video on that. I want to make sure you guys are aware of it. There's this thing here. You could go on Politico. They have a whole thing, you know, this one's like the government shutdown reaching the breaking point, but they have the main thing where they're pretty much documenting all of what's happening right now. Trump recently just tweeted out, he went on a tweet spree today, saying he wanted to make a deal, tweeted at Nancy Pelosi, and was trying to get stuff popping to stop it, which is good. But then, oh yeah, the other article, the fact is coming into now the 5th, and this week, another big thing to watch out for is the fact that now come Wednesday and Thursday, mainly Thursday, come Wednesday, Thursday, the Fed is going, not the Fed, excuse me, the Democrats are going to be taking over the House officially, so things are going to start changing there, but they're going to try to pass some bills, I believe, as soon as tomorrow. Oh, shoot, my bad. Or Wednesday. But as we come in here, I think past January 5th, that's when they start cutting more and more services. You're about to start getting the agriculture, the USDA, the Coast Guard, the Smithsonian, the EPA, IPOs, a lot of things, and you know, pretty much it's going to all come, a lot of temporary funding. So even government employees, they're going to get paid up until their work for December 22nd. So they're about to get their last paychecks. There's temporary funding. They plan for this, but if it starts to extend, this could get worse. And that's what I was saying in that other video. That could be a signal of what the Fed was doing and some of the other actions we saw coming in here. So watch my video. I think it's all interesting. How this is all going to play out is going to be very, very, very interesting. So that's the first thing I'm looking for. I don't know. Let me know if you guys, should I post another video tonight? I have something on some other stocks. I might actually talk. I think I'll do it in another one. I'll make a separate video tonight for the stocks I'm looking at. I have a few things and some ideas now, but the next thing besides the government shutdown, because that is going to dictate a lot of stuff, even down to the CLOs, and watch that video as well too. But the next main thing I'm looking for now is the data we have. So we have some data, and the market's been reacting interesting to it, in my opinion, but like jobs data and all that, that is going to come. We have a little bit of data, I think, and here you guys could go to tradingeconomics.com, and if you ever go here up to calendar, you'll get this. So Friday, I don't think Thursday has anything too nutty. Vehicle sales, mortgage applications, but just continuous jobless claims. And again, it could have an effect, but lately in this market, the market hasn't really been responding. It's more focused on bigger pieces of info. And you're going to get manufacturing data out of some of the other countries, which will be important on Thursday. But the main thing coming Friday is going to be, you know, non-farm payrolls and unemployment. All the employment stuff will have an effect, and also the manufacturing, but the thing that's going to supersede it is Fed Powell. You know, he's going to be speaking, as well as, you know, Bullard and a lot of the Fed guys. So even coming into Saturday, but pretty much this is going to be the goodie bag for the markets, because we want to hear what they say now. Every time they talk, we saw the effect last time, and you guys saw last time he had one of the speeches when the market was down. The market reacted negatively to something he said, and he came out and he kind of gave something very, very bullish. So that could happen. You know, let's see what he says. But getting an insight into the Fed at this point in the market is going to be very, very interesting. So that's the thing I'm going to be looking for. I want to see what happens with oil. You know, any developments overseas. You know, there's stuff with, again, I made that video with Russia, but keep a lookout for that. You know, but those really, the markets have been kind of quiet. You don't, like I'm saying, it kind of kicks off on the 7th, because that's when you kind of start to see people really come back. It's the full trading week. The big thing to see here for you guys, you know, we're going to see fixed income bonds. There has been issues talking about liquidity, and even some people have brought up the 1 and the 2 yield inverting, but now the 5 and the 7 year have kind of leveled out. So I'm gonna make another video on the yield curve, but it seems like that reaction, you know, you got to let that play out, because how the market's reacting to it is different than, you know, the first onset when the market prices it in. So again, watching, you know, moving forward though, I'm definitely, you know, government shutdown and oil, but that, okay, leading into now the liquidity thing with like the 1 and the 2 year though, some people are, you know, my biggest thing I'm saying right now is that with once we get past January 5th, again, and January 7th, things in the government change. That's going to be the full trading week. But then I think the max cutoff date for the government shutdown becomes January 10th. And after January 10th, that's when a lot of the temporary funding and anything else they have passed in the midterm, that's when it just gets cut off, and now these agencies aren't able to fund anything. And I even said, it's even the investigations on Trump, and that's one thing, you know, impeachment odds, we could talk about that, but it's all related. The big thing here, and I guess to some, you know, I could go on a bunch of political tangents for this week, and you know why I'm even making this video talking about this week is because this is just 2019 now. You're having a new year, and we are going to get a big political shift in representation, you know, House of Representation and the House of Representatives, but that is going to have a big effect, and I think that is something we're going to see play out. But go watch the videos on oil. That's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? We are going to stream tomorrow. We're going to be on 6 a.m. So if you guys want to be there, be there. I think some of you guys have stuff with the CLOs. Come there, and tomorrow, and watch. If you are going to be at the stream, you know, and a lot of people we're going to see, I'm excited to see if tomorrow is going to be confusing or not. I'm not talking ups and downs, and as you can see, you know, whether I think it's going to go up tomorrow, gap up, gap down, I think it has more to do with what is the trend that's going to get set here, and even the January effect. And that's something a lot of people I've even talked about. But do I think the January effect will come into play? I think all bets are off. That's the thing. Right now, historical trends is just pointing to we're in a unique bear market where, you know, this pretty much the same people who are asking about the January effect or who want, and you know, I don't think it's the same people asking, but the people who want a January effect are usually the people who wanted the Santa Claus rally and the December rally, and that's what they're asking. And you know, there's many ways to look at it, but just don't get confused and caught up with you know, the historical trends, and look at what's happening now. And there's just how political things are going to develop, and we've only seen so much. But I think once we reach past 21 days, when we see, you know, if what Trump tweeted, if they do get a deal, that could boost up the markets. If Powell talks good, that could boost up the markets. But if not, and we see it go past 21 days on the shutdown, and we see how some of this other data comes out, it's going to be interesting. You know, time is coming. 2019's here. We've kicked it off. So I hope you guys are ready. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm excited to see what's going to happen, but you guys stay on your toes, be prepared. I'll see you at 6 in the morning, and like I was saying, come with stuff. We're going to see. If tomorrow isn't too exciting though, regardless of it, I think with what I've seen with the option, I think I might make a video. Let me know, comment. Let me know if you want me to talk about it, because I think the option premium, it's going to be hard to explain, but they've been coming down, and there's going to be an interesting opportunity. And I think at these levels, you know, I think every day in the next coming weeks is going to be very, very crucial, especially just coming in, you know, watch after the 7th. So, and that's when we got the pledge class. If you guys applied, good work. If you haven't, I'm sorry. The website's still up. I think the application now costs $500, so you could still apply, but it costs $500, and there's no guarantee. You're late, and I'm not going to answer you. I love you. Drop me a like, drop me a subscription, drop me a love, or don't do any of those. You're not obligated to do anything. I just want you to just be happy, enjoy yourself, get some good sleep. It's early though, so we'll talk soon.